I have a little diagram of what we're going to be doing. I'm going to be making a frame for the purpose of applying drywall and performing various drywall repairs. These are the measurements, so they can be made themselves. Basically, it is a frame that has being able to depict it depending which way you orient. 16 inches on center framing or 24 inch on center framing. You can make this any size. I just chose those because this is what a carpenter does. Alright, so we're going to start this off. So what we're making is we're going to cut two pieces that are 17 and a half and two pieces that are 22 and a half. So we're going to cut 17 and a half, or mark 17 and a half on one side, 17 and a half, and then we'll mark 22 inches on the other side, 22 and a half. Our speed square to give us an accurate line. And when you orient the pencil, don't orient it this way because it leaves a gap. You can't leave a gap between the square and the mark you're trying to go by. You want the beveled edge of the pencil to be parallel with your line. And we're going to get rid of that piece. Do the same thing with our next piece of material. And this is just standard 2x4 framing material. Okay, that's the bad end. I'm going to cut that off. So we'll do this slightly different. Get my 22 and a half here. I'm going to leave a little bit of a gap, a little bit less than 1/8 of an inch. And then from there, I'm going to measure my 17 and a half inch, starting with the 1 inch mark, and go 18 and a half. And it should automatically come out. The curve for the saw blade. Adjust it a little bit. And then this. So, look at that. This shows the on-center spacing, 24 inches, and the other on-center spacing, 16 inches. The cut size of material is going to be 22 and a half and 17 and a half inches. And these are the outside dimensions of the space. 17 and a half and 25 and a half are the outside dimensions of the frame. All right, let's set up the saw and back. I'm going to use the speed square to cut, but it won't pass underneath the motor, so you have to raise the saw. It won't pass underneath the motor here. This part sticks up just a little too high to actually pass, so we're going to take off or raise the blade up just a little bit to pass that. In normal cases, you would usually set this blade to be just more than the thickness of the material. These make adjusting the blade when you're touching it when it's unplugged. The plugged-in blade is a bad idea. Put your fingers on. Okay, that blows away. And this one for a moment. We'll concentrate on that one. Put our saw back. Okay, just clean the burrs off slightly. Splinters. Yes. That's the way carpenters do it. All right, so So we're going to trim these to slightly more. Couldn't see in the shadow what was going on here. Let me do something else. I'll just eliminate the shadow. Stop that for a